Zetadocs is a paid Business Central extension which allows the automated creation of purchase invoices. This allows accounts payable, also known as AP, to improve the speed and accuracy at which orders can be processed. Copies of the supplier invoices are initially uploaded to a Zetadocs SharePoint folder. From here, the Business Central Zetadocs document handling queue checks the invoice, which can then be subsequently processed by the end user. Using OCR software, important information is automatically extracted and then displayed. This data can then be either automatically or manually matched with corresponding purchase order or goods receipted document lines within Business Central. Once fully matched, the purchase invoice is created, which can then be posted to close down the original purchase order. This demonstration will cover the importing of the supplier invoice, the processing of this invoice, the matching of the invoice to either the purchase order or goods receipted document lines, and finally, the posting of the purchase invoice. Let's take a look at this in VC now. So we already have the item set up. We've got the Business Central license and the Office license. We already have the vendor set up, all my systems, and we have the purchase order that's already been created. If we look in the SharePoint folder, we can see the AMS invoice has been uploaded. And if we go to the Zetadocs document queue, we can see here the AMS invoice. From here, we can process the invoice. And this is where the OCR technology will read the information on the invoice and extract it, and then put that into Business Central. So now this is just analyzing the file, so this can take a few minutes. So we can see on the left-hand side here, it's now managed to find the two item lines, the quantity and the direct unit cost, which matches that found on the invoice. We're just going to change the vendor invoice number to the latest one. And once everything's good, we can then match to order lines. And as you can see, the two lines have now been matched and it's coloured them green. You can see here that it's found the order lines. If this has already been receipted as a goods, then this would say something along those lines. From here we can now close, and on the preview purchase invoice page you can now see that a comment line has been added which matches the original purchase order to the Business Central lines from the invoice. We can now click on OK. And this will now create the purchase invoice. And once it's been posted, we should be able to see the posted purchase invoice, which matches the original purchase order. So here we can see now we've got the posted purchase invoice, we've got the comment line which shows the purchase order number, and then we've got the two item lines. I can now close the posted invoice. I can go back to the original order, and if we just refresh, someone's going to go out of the order and then go back on. You can see now that it's saying that it needs to reopen because we've already refreshed the lines. So now we can see the quantity received has moved from the quantity to receive column, and we can see the quantity invoice is now changed to 1 from the quantity to invoice column. So this order is now complete and it can be deleted. So I can just click on the recycle bin option at the top, delete the order, yes. And this concludes the demo.